week by week, it's becoming even more valuable to own Bitcoin right now. It's so important that it's going to save not only your time and energy, but also it's going to help you not be debased by currency. Currency meaning the dollars that's sitting in your bank account, the dollars that's sitting in your pocket right now. Those things are increasingly being debased, increasingly losing value. And you see this. You go to the store and you have $100. You go to the grocery store and you're not able to get as many items as you used to. Why? Because of inflation. Inflation and debasement. So, you got the CPI numbers. The Fed wants to bring it down all the way down to 2%, which is very unlikely. And, they don't even consider some of the goods and services and other cost of livings within that CPI number. But the real inflation or the real value of inflation is the amount or the value of how, not the value, but the way in which the money supply increases or becomes debased. And so we've seen since 2020, with the COVID-19 happening, that over 80% of our money supply has been printed in that span of time. So, they gave out refund checks, they gave out, like refund or stimulus checks, they gave out not only in America, but in Canada and other places. So many different places of living has been debased just because of the COVID-19 crisis. And so, of course, many people were in times of need. People lost their jobs, and people got sick, and many people even lost their lives during it. But the money was debased by so much. We live in it now that the cost of food has grown, the real estate, cars. You try to get even a used car, you're paying over $10,000, $15,000, probably even more right now. Right? She even knows that the cost of living is going crazy. So you need something like Bitcoin, right? You need something that not only holds value, but you don't lose value. You don't. It holds value and also increases in value. Bitcoin averages over 25% a year, more like 45% a year since inception, since it's been started. So compounded growth, the lowest amount that Bitcoin has been averaging is about 20%, which beats the S&P 500, real estate, gold, bonds, which is negative. And so Bitcoin has been a blessing to everyone. It's self-sovereign, so you can hold your own keys. It's a bearer asset. That means you own the Bitcoin. No one else owns it. No state, no nation state, no bank. Chase doesn't own it. Wells Fargo doesn't own it. You own it. As long as you own your keys, which means you own the access to your coin, your Bitcoins, your Satoshis. As long as you have a cold storage wallet or even hot wallet, such as Aqua or many different Mutiny. There's many different Bitcoin wallets or things of that sort where you can hold your Bitcoin offline. But the best case is cold storage, and there's many different platforms or hardware wallets for that. And you own your keys. You own real Bitcoin, not through an ETF, not through a custodian like Coinbase. You own your keys, so no one can take that away from you. And so not only do you own your keys, you have access to this capital that you can buy, you can exchange with other people, you can buy goods and services with it. Especially if you go internationally, you can go to Costa Rica or Mexico. You can use El Salvador. You can use this Bitcoin for goods and services as liquid or as easily as you can use currency, which is like either U.S. dollar or the peso or rupee or any other currency that's just been debased by so much, especially since the pandemic. And so Bitcoin is essential to own, no matter if you're Black, African American, like myself, or if you consider yourself Hispanic, Latino, Chinese, Indian, uh, no matter what you consider yourself, as a human being, if you're a human or even a robot, AI, you should own some Bitcoin. No matter the amount, it's essential for these very reasons. We see the cost of living is going up. We see that everything is increasingly becoming more expensive, and that's because the currency has been debased so much so that we cannot afford to live. So we need something that sustains our buying power and increases in value at the same time. That's beautiful. Something that can sustain, hold as a store of value, while also increasing in value at the same time. That's similar to gold. That's why Bitcoin is called digital gold. But it's much better because it's divisible. It's more scarce than gold. Many of these aspects. So that's why these things are very important, and how Bitcoin is so much better as a store of value than gold and other commodities and resources and forms of money out there. She's trying to get this. You want to talk? And talk about Bitcoin. In Bitcoin? Sí. Bitcoin. Por favor? Bitcoin? Sí, yeah. So, as we see, Bitcoin is, yeah, Bitcoin. Sí. See, so she understands. My daughter has Bitcoin. Yeah, my daughter has Bitcoin as well. 1, 2, 3. It's not ice cream. So, we see that cost of living is going up. We need something that can hold value and increase in value over time. And, life gets cheaper when you do that. When you hold the US dollar, when you hold currencies, your money gets devalued, meaning you what you have now will lose value over time. What was once what you can get with $100, a couple years ago, you can get less of that with the same amount of money. So if you have $100 or $1,000 in your bank account, it looks as if you have 100,000 or 1,000 or 100 in your bank account, but realistically, that purchasing power of that is slowly or even steadily, even really quickly losing purchasing power, losing value. So Bitcoin holds that value. Bitcoin increases in value over time and allows you to be able to purchase more things and have that self sovereignty, have that control over your money without any government power, without any nation state, without any individual or entity or business or corporation or anything like that that's trying to take away your power. Because as a human, we have power. We're conscious entities having this human experience. So it's really important that we share that same value when it comes to money. So I hope you guys like this video and stay tuned for more, hopefully. And as always, you'll always see my daughter pop in and out with noise in the background because that's the sovereign life. Peace.